Hi guys, Steve Girardi here. Welcome to Steve Strings. Today I have a review video for you. This is a review of the Kmise tenor guitar. It's the KMU31TG. I did an unboxing video of this a while ago, and I'll put the link for that up here. Today I'm going to be giving you a review. I'll also be giving you a sound sample tuned DGBE. I'll also be giving you a sound sample with this retuned CGDA. A few weeks ago I did an unboxing video of this, and at that time I showed you what it comes with, and which is basically this nice thickly padded Kmise gig bag. It has about 10 or 11 millimeters worth of padding. It comes with a guitar strap. It also comes with a Allen wrench to adjust the truss rod. At that time I said that when you compare this to the Kmise baritone ukulele, that's mahogany, they have the exact same size body, exact same bracing, which is X bracing inside. It just has a different type of a bridge, whereas the baritone ukulele has the tie bar bridge. This has the pin bridge, and also this has a slightly longer scale. The baritone ukulele is typically 20-inch scale. This one is a 21.5-inch scale, or is it 545 millimeters, I believe. The nut width on this is about 37 millimeter when I measured it. Let me go ahead and give you a rundown of the instrument. It has sort of an atypical sort of three-pointed crown, sort of a rounded crown, which I rather like. It has some nice tuners. This is like a high gear ratio set of tuners, which tunes really well. Also, you can see that on the headstock here, the Kmise logo is inlaid there. At first glance, I thought maybe that was a sticker, but it is not. It is inlaid, and again, I'm not certain if that is like a maple or if it's a plastic. My guess is some kind of wood from the look of it. The neck does have a scarf joint going through here at the headstock, which is almost imperceptible, and it has another joint right here at the heel, also on this one almost imperceptible. The neck has a sort of a flattened, sort of a D profile, which feels really good. It has binding, edge binding along the fretboard, along with contrasting position markers. It has a walnut fretboard, a walnut bridge, and it has a bone nut and saddle, and the saddle is compensated. As I mentioned, it does have a truss rod, which is adjustable here through the sound hole, and it also has X bracing inside, which should have no trouble accommodating the strings. On the inside, it has just sort of bracing, typical bracing along the back of it, and it has notched kerfing on the inside. I'm not sure if you can see that in there. But again, on the resonating surface, it does have X bracing. I should say this is a laminate mahogany. It's laminate top, sides, and back. And if you look here at the side, it almost looks like some binding there around the edge, but that's not. That's just the lighter color of the middle layer of the laminate. I should say that the wood grain here is a very nice wood grain, very pretty. And it has a line on both the top and the back to make it look like it is book matched, although it is a veneer. When you're looking at the sound hole here, you can see it has a rosette, like a rope rosette with alternating dark and light colors, which again is exactly the same as their baritone ukulele. That's mahogany. And I was going to show them both again side by side. I did that in my unboxing video. You can see that there. But just one of the strings popped off of my baritone. So I'm not going to go ahead and pull it out right now. Again, my intro was a sound sample. I have more sound samples on my unboxing video. You can go listen to if you want to hear that. But again, I've had this for about a month now. And I'll tell you, I've really been enjoying this. I'll compare it to my Ibenez PFT2-NT tenor guitar as well. So you get to see a sound difference and the size difference. One thing I really like about this is the width of the neck is very comfortable. Again, this is 37 millimeters, which is the same as the baritone ukulele, whereas my Ibenez tenor guitar has a 30 millimeter nut, which for me feels very, very crowded. So again, you can look at the unboxing video to get more sound samples here. Again, this is a review. I pointed out the key points of this instrument already. Only thing I didn't mention is that it does have strap buttons for the strap that comes with it. And that is kind of nice because it is a little bit slippery and kind of harder to hold on to. And I do like the sound of this. Again, in my unboxing video, I compared it briefly to the sound of my baritone ukulele, again with the same body. And that one has a warmer sound, which is not untypical because it has nylon strings. This has a brighter sound. It has nice projection. It has good sustain, still going. One of my comments about the baritone, again with the same body, was it seemed a bit echoey. I don't notice that as much actually on this, and it may be because of the higher tension from the steel strings. So let me go ahead and give you a comparison, a size comparison of this to my Ibenez. And again, I did a review of this Ibenez tenor guitar as well. So you can see at first glance, they are very different size bodies. Again, the Kmise is the same size body as their baritone ukuleles, compared to the mini dreadnought of the Ibenez. Also, when you look at the bridges, you can see that the bridge on the Ibenez is much more substantial, and I would imagine that would need to be given the larger soundboard that it would have to move. Right? And when you look at the scale here, again, the Kmise has a 21.5-inch scale compared to the 22.8-inch scale of the Ibenez. So the Ibenez has a longer scale and a larger body. It's also worth noting, if you're looking at the width of the two necks here, they are very different in width. As I said, the Kmise tenor guitar has a 37 millimeter wide nut compared to a 30 millimeter nut on the Ibenez. Because of that, I find this much more comfortable to play, mostly because I spend most of my time playing either baritone or tenor ukuleles, which have a wider nut. This has a very narrow neck, typical of a tenor banjo. After all, tenor guitars evolved from that. But just to give you a little comparison there, I'll also give you a little sound comparison here. Although, if you want to hear more from this instrument, you can listen to my review video I did of this. Again, these are the Diodario, I think it's J or EJ66 tenor guitar strings, which are the same strings on the Kmise instrument, but these are not tuned CGDA as typical. I've modified the tuning to DGBE tuning or Chicago tuning. So let me go ahead and give you a quick sound comparison. Again, back to the Kmise. So again, personally, I really prefer the Kmise over the Ibenez, and this is probably, what, a third of what the Ibenez costs. Although I do say that I do wish it had a bigger body. And I'm hoping that Kmise decides to make a larger body for their tenor guitar and maybe stretch the scale out a little, more typical for the typical tenor guitars. Although with this only being 21.5 inches, that is the same length as the Kala tenor guitar. Also, this is just a fraction of what the Kala tenor guitar is as well. In fact, I think the Kala and the Ibenez, you can actually pick them up for around $200 or so, whereas this is significantly less than that. Now that you've heard this tuned DGBE or Chicago tuning with a tenor string set, I'm going to make some adjustments here and tune it GCEA, linear tuned, the same as a tenor ukulele. To retune this, I'm going to remove the 4th string and move the 3rd string to the 4th position, because that's supposed to be a G string. I'm then going to put a new string in the 3rd position, which I think is a 19 gauge. And then I'll retune this to GCEA linear tuning. So let's see what that sounds like. Okay guys, I have restrung this instrument to GCEA. And again, I took the normal tenor guitar pack. I took the 4th string off, which would have been the C string. The G string I moved up to the G position. I then took a 0.19 gauge string, and I put here for a C string. And then of course the normal set was CGDA, so the D I moved up to an E, and the A we left as an A. So again, this is a tenor guitar set, the Diodario J66s, and I replaced one of the strings for a 19 gauge. I saw some other folks who described retuning on a Ibenez, and they used a 20 gauge string for theirs, but that's a longer scale, so I thought the 19 gauge might work well here. But I strung it up here. I should say that the string tension, GCEA tuning, is significantly higher tension than when I had it tuned down to DGBE. But I'll give you a little sound sample here, and you can get to see what it sounds like. Okay, so there you have it. This is the Kmise tenor guitar tuned GCEA. So I think I'll take this to my ukulele group. I'll be able to play along with other folks in the same tuning, but I'll have a very, very unique sound when I play. So if you're looking for a steel stringed tenor guitar with maybe with a little bit wider neck than the typical tenor banjo and tenor guitar, that's inexpensive, this is one to get. I would normally say like this is one to consider, but I mean, if that's what you're looking for, this is the one to get. I would buy this now that I have both. I would buy this over the Ibenez. Now that's based upon my experience playing other ukuleles. For folks who are used to playing a banjo, they may be quite comfortable with the narrower neck of the Ibenez, but right now I'm preferring this one. Also, if you're an ukulele player and you'd like to have a steel stringed ukulele, this is also one to consider. How could Kmise improve upon this? I think most people looking for a tenor guitar are in fact looking for a bigger body. So if they put a bigger body on this, I think folks would like that. It would give a little more projection. If they had a longer scale, again, 21.5-inch scale is the same as the Kala tenor guitar, but the typical tenor guitar scale is like 22 to 23 inches. But again, I've had this for a month now. I've mostly been playing at DGBE. I just tuned it up GCEA. Again, higher tension here at this scale, or this tuning rather. It'll take me some getting used to, but I've really been enjoying this. Thanks for watching.